Hey there, how's it going, and welcome back to the My Team career of Aston Martin. We're in season 1 and it's race number 17 in Singapore. Couple of admin stuff to go through. As always, regulation vote changes, so the cost cap is coming down. Obviously Red Bull voting against that, but that's quite ironic, isn't it, given recent events. All our engineers are tied up in development for next year's car. And a quick reminder here, Sebatian Vettel is out of contract, even though he's improving. So we had an experience point when we used it. He's up to an 83 rated driver now. Esteban Ocon also bagging himself an experience point. He's rated 86, only 25 years old. And he's our future #1 driver alongside Oscar Piastri, who the plan is, if you've missed a couple of episodes, is to put into the car in 2 seasons time. So we need a 1 season driver stopgap. Until then, we upgrade the factory and the tour centre is also complete. So we're just scouting people who may just take over from Oscar Piastri in 2 seasons time. We've got Theo Pourchaire currently sat in F2 racing, and Jack Doohan also sat in F2. They are signed to Red Bull cars. Jack Doohan is Red Bull, Theo Pourchaire. I'm not actually too sure where he is. I like the look of Jack Doohan here just because of the aggressiveness of his driving style. Both in the exact same contract, but obviously this is 2 years time, so we'll see them. Our performance targets, qualifying position streak is something we put on ourselves. We're 1 out of 2 on that, and we definitely will reach Q2 with Esteban Ocon, Sebatian Vettel. You know, we're not too sure, but let's get into the race weekend at Singapore.
We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit and the Singapore Grand Prix is just about to start.
Okay, so before we jump into Quali 1, you'll see Sebatian Vettel's track acclimatisation is only 6%, and that's because of some incidents in P2.
Let's take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
So this is Sebastian.
Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash.
So he literally just drives straight into the wall and a big thud, as you can hear. So he had to give up some of his P2 run-ins. So he's not fully up to speed with the track, but Sebastian's been around this one a few times in his career. As we come to the end of Q1, Sebastian's doing his last couple of runs, green sector 1. In P15 currently, Ocon in P10. So it would be nice if Sebastian could make it out of Q1. He's known for his performances on track in Singapore during his career. Green sector 2. Same for Ocon, so both improving on their previous times. But how much can Sebastian improve? He goes up 1 position, so he's P14. Ocon just about to come over the line. Checkered flag is out, so no more runs. Ocon goes to P8. Ocon goes P8, so do we make it through? No, we don't. Sebastian gets out-qualified and put into P18. So that is not a great experience for Sebastian.
Yellow flag.
So in Q2, we had a yellow flag. As Lando Norris has had a crash.
Let's take a closer look. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They've lost control, and there's the crash.
I'm not sure you'll see a slower crash ever, to be honest. But what does that do for qualifying here? It's a yellow flag in Sector 2. They managed to get that car cleared away. Very quick of them. So we're doing our last runs here. We obviously know Lando Norris can't improve on his time, so he'll stay in that bottom 5. Does that give us some helpful margin as Ocon does green 1, green 2? We're in P10 as it stands. Gasly goes above us. Who's just crossing the line next? Yuki Tsunoda, I think. Yep. Oh, and we don't make it out. We do improve in our time, but we don't make it out of Q2. And we exit Q2 in P12, so that's where we'll start the race, barring any penalties on the rest of the grid. And it looks like there is a few, so it might give us a bump up the order.
It's time for the final touches here on the grid, ahead of today's race.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself.
So, quick strategy. Sebastian soft onto hard to do the full race on a one-stopper. Ocon also doing a one-stopper, soft onto medium. Ocon going a little bit aggressive. Same with Sebastian on the soft tyre to start the race.
The drivers are lined up tonight under mostly clear skies. And there we've got Esteban Ocon. And this is it, the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So we start the race in 6th place after penalties. Sebastian Vettel starts in 14th. Ocon gets a place already. He's up to P5. Him and Alonso swapping places. Alonso takes it back off him. Slow into the first corner. It's very packed. Sebastian Vettel gains a place up into P14. Ocon takes the place back off Fernando Alonso. Which is a great start for us. Alonso switches places again. So Alonso using all his knowledge, getting past his ex-teammate.
Alpine just advanced.
But starting P6 in this race is a great starting point for us. Sebastian Vettel in P14. We have got cars behind Sebastian that will more than likely overtake him during the race. Perez, Hamilton definitely stick out to mind. Apart from them, Vettel should be able to fend off the rest and definitely start a battle with Lance Stroll. Ocon does have a couple behind that could challenge. Signs in 11th and he starts getting some places. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. What's happened? Oh, virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Why is Bottas pulled out to the right-hand side, left-hand side of the track, sorry. So Bottas must have had a crash there on lap 1. Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Copy.
So it's too early to pit yet.
That's it.
So Bottas
Let's
crashes.
see what happened there.
Let's have a
Now
look.
we see Valtteri Bottas.
This is the opening lap. He's behind Mercedes and George Russell. Tries one up the inside.
Oh, a nasty crash there.
It was brave. Brave or stupid, only Bottas knows.
You can stop, lift and coast. Copy.
So on lap 3, the virtual safety car has disappeared. We'll get back to normal racing.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled. Happy to push. Copy.
So Ocon gets back on with the challenge
No saving required. Copy.
of catching Fernando Alonso. We recharged our batteries and saved some tyres, so that's why we dropped back a little bit to the cars in front. But I'm hoping now if we push on, we'll be able to catch them and use that extra bit of battery that we had and overtake them. Because Kevin Magnussen's really pushing us along here. Won't be long until he wants to try an attack. Another crash. It's been another crash.
Let's have a look. Right, watch this. There's
So
Schumacher.
who is it? Schumacher? He's gone straight into the same
crash.
wall. Interesting. On lap 5, so Schumacher crashes. He's pitted. So look at that, Bottas and Schumacher already feeling early crashes down to 20th and 19th. Sebastian Vettel, what a move on Lance Stroll that is, going round the outside.
Good job.
That is vintage Sebastian Vettel. What a great move that is. Ocon chasing down Kevin Magnussen. He got past when the race restarted. But he's got DRS now and Kevin Magnussen hasn't. Can he make any impression here? Yes, he can. He goes down the inside, takes that move. What a great move that is from Esteban. As Carlos Sainz was mentioned earlier, he's got up the places now. So he will be in contention to fight. Oh, what's happened here? Sebastian spun the car. Sebastian spun the car. Tyres are gone. He's got to pit if he can get the car
Crashed
going.
out. Here's the replay.
Let's have a look what's
So
happened.
this was the Aston Martin.
So he's under pressure here from Lance Stroll. Whips it round the corner and he's
And
just
there
gone in
we
too
see the
late.
crash.
So that is really disappointing from Sebastian. He's now on P14, needs to box for new tyres after ruining them ones. And he's also got rear wing and suspension damage. We'll pit him and see how we get on, but it's not looking great. Esteban finds himself up into P3 as he's pitting now. Went aggressive on the last
Drop
lap.
back a bit.
So Esteban pits is in P3. Where will he come out?
Sebatian. Yep.
We can see that
So
pack
use pit
there
limiter,
of
pit limiter.
Sainz, Ricciardo, Stroll just coming round. Vettel's trying to chase down Valtteri Bottas. So 3 crashes so far in this race. Ocon just coming out of the pits. He's come out in 8th behind Lance Stroll. Ricciardo and Sainz in that train. But that's promising. As he goes up the inside of Lance Stroll, just nudges Lance Stroll wide. But keeps it all in bounds, no contact
That's
made.
it.
And takes P7. On lap 27 now as we chase down Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren. Currently your race leader is Max Verstappen to Charles Leclerc to George Russell. Fernando Alonso up into 4th in the Alpine, rolling back the years as we roll back the years here and get past Daniel Ricciardo, known for being a late breaker. He's been outbraked there. As Esteban Ocon on a mission up into P6. George Russell locks up. And the yellow flag. Crash again. There's a crash again. Who is it? And where is it? Yellow flags are out.
It's a crash!
Tsunoda. Tsunoda's had a crash on turn 15.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda.
He's locked up.
Dear
Oh!
me! They won't...
Okay, locks up straight into the wall. Tsunoda was already down at the bottom, but he's just sunk himself even further. ERS now also in a not great state for Sebastian. I think we all know what time it is. Rear wing damage, suspension damage, pretty much out of this race. ERS is on the down. It might be time to retire Sebastian and save the engine and gearbox for another day. And that's what we'll do. We'll retire Sebastian Vettel, bring him into the pit lane. He's P18. If you look at that there, he's well out of the race. Another safety car is out here. What has gone on? This race has had it all. 4 crashes and now
Let's
another
take a
safety
closer
car.
look. Let's take another look. There we have Joe.
So it's Zhou Guan Yu. And that wall,
Thank goodness nobody else was involved.
that wall this weekend has taken a battering. An absolute battering. Zhou Guan Yu's out of the session. He's also out. So we'll restart the safety car at lap 43. 18 laps left this race. Safety car goes in. We get underway again. Max Verstappen to take us from the line to Leclerc, Russell, Alonso, Sainz, Ocon. Ocon is chasing Carlos Sainz down in the back of his slipstream there. Nothing moving on the first couple of corners. And for a track that is not really known for its overtaking abilities, Esteban Ocon is doing a fine job at that. Lap 52 we're on now. Esteban Ocon half a second to Fernando Alonso in P5. Can you get him down this straight? He's closing in. He's closing in. Ocon gets round him. Avoids the wall, which it seems nobody else can. Ocon up to P5, gets that place from Fernando Alonso.
Happy to push.
So here we go with
Aston Martin
7
with a great
laps
play
to
there.
go.
They've moved
Alonso
up a
and
place.
Ocon continuously swapping places, but looks like Ocon might... Safety car again! What is going on in this race? A safety
Let's
car
see
again.
what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Hold on, is this the race leaders? Is that Verstappen and Leclerc? Verstappen's
A
got the wall.
definite collision there. That's very unfortunate.
And it's that wall again. It's that wall again.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
So, Verstappen's out the
Safety
race.
car will be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap.
We've got a safety car out on lap 57. We're going to go through onto lap 58 here. It's Leclerc to Russell to Sainz. We're in 4th, and we've beaten Sainz a couple of times in this race already.
I'm happy to let these guys cool a bit. Yeah, copy.
So Leclerc's waiting until the line to get us away, and he gets us away, but I think he's messed his
Four more
teammate up. I think we've got the better of Carlos Sainz, who's going to the first corner. Oh, he's tight. Sainz is on hard tyres. We're on medium, so we've got a tyre advantage over him. We're aggressive. We go past him. We've got past Carlos Sainz. We're into P3. And we're going to chase George Russell down. What is happening? Esteban Ocon has come alive.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Are we going to try up the inside here? No, we're not. It's lap 59. Carlos Sainz very close behind. Yellow flag in sector 3. What's gone on here? Yellow flag in sector 1. Virtual safety car. On lap 59. We're just about to finish it. Going on to lap 60. There's a crash.
Was that a crash? Multiple cars, I think.
What has gone
Let's
on?
have a look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
So Daniel Ricciardo's on the inside of a Haas. Oh, the Haas hits the wall and hits Daniel Ricciardo. That is chaos. We're on lap 61. We're into P3. It's the last lap of the race. It's Charles Leclerc to George Russell in the Mercedes, and it is Esteban Ocon in P3.
This is last lap. This is last lap.
This is absolutely unbelievable stuff as we go up the inside of George Russell. What is happening? We've got a full battery pack. We're deploying it. We're into
Use
P2.
energy if you need it.
And look at that, deploying the battery. We've gained just shy of a second. We've done a second already on Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz gets past George Russell.
They've moved up a place.
Russell's tyres must not have been ready for that. Carlos Sainz up into P3. We're chasing down Charles Leclerc. We're deploying the battery, 70% available to use. There's no way this could happen, could it? I mean, we'll take P2, but is there an opportunity here to go for P1? I don't think so. Charles Leclerc managing that gap to 1.1 seconds. Mind the wall here, for God's sake. We're round the wall of doom, it seems, this race. We've got that time down below 1 second. We're deploying the battery pack, aggressive on the tyres, using that fuel up. We've got the gap down to 0.7 of a second to Charles Leclerc. Sainz has dropped behind to 1.6. We're having a shootout. There's only a couple of cars. Sector 1 yellow flag. What's happened here? Sector 1 yellow flag. Competitor crash again. There's been another crash. Tsunoda's crashed and he's out the race.
Now look at this.
What has gone on? There's no way he's gone into this wall. He's gone into this wall. He's locked the brakes. He's gone. Oh my!
Crash there.
What is happening in this race? It is chaos.
And that
As we come round the last corner, it's P2 for Esteban Ocon in the Aston Martin Mercedes-powered car. It's P2 in Singapore. What a race!
This is a performance to remember from Esteban Ocon. Extraordinary. Is exactly what the team deserved, and they got it. And there's no denying that the Frenchman deserves this result. He was absolutely brilliant. The other two talented drivers completing today's podium lineup.
So the race recap for us then. We finish on the podium in P2. What a result that is. 19 points picked up because Esteban also had the fastest lap, which means Esteban finally overtakes Sebatian Vettel and goes into P10 in the driver's standings. Esteban's got 53 points now. A disappointing weekend for Sebatian, who ends it on 36. Ferrari heading the constructors, and they've definitely won that by now. We've put ourselves up into P4. We've gained 3 places. We're on 82 points. What a race that was this week. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that with the crashes. Hopefully Japan's not as chaotic. Make sure you tune in for that, and make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.